I've heard a lot of people say that Hexxus sparked some kind of weird sexual awakening in them, and that is crazy. Like, imagine being attracted to pollution. That's like if you made an anti-vax movie, but the vaccines were like super sexy.
Hiya, Georgie. You're looking for me.
Welcome back to Villain Review, episode 43, and today we're going to be looking at Hexxus from everyone's favorite movie, Ferngully, also known as the weirdest thing ever created. How good is the pollution smog thing played by Tim Curry? Let's find out.
Oh, that's rather nice.
Oil and grime.
So Hexxus is literally the spirit of pollution and destruction. That being said, there's no real origin for him, and his motivation is kind of just based off of his own nature. I really struggle with these kind of villains because I can't really hold it against them, but I can't really give them points for it either. There definitely could have been more of a history if you explained how these spirits were made, but that's not really done here. All we know is that Hexxus' only goal in life is to destroy the rainforest and spread as much pollution as possible, get all the ducks in those little like plastic Coke can things like in Happy Feet. It's an interesting idea, but we're kind of left in the dark about these spirits in general. Like, is he the only one, or are there bad spirits for everything in life? Is there a spirit for stubbing your toe, or traffic, or a spirit for slow Wi-Fi? We're never really told anything about these spirits, and it makes Hexxus not as interesting as he could have been. I'd love to know more about this interesting concept, but instead we kind of just get a cheap way to make pollution the bad guy. It could have been done so much smarter, and I really wish it was. Welcome everyone to our first screenwriting meeting for our new movie Ferngully. First off, anyone have any ideas for the villain? Yeah, I was actually thinking that we could have pollution be the bad guy. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going for, but like, who's the actual villain? No, like pollution. Like, he's a dude. He's this sexy smoke monster. I think it's pretty cool. Well, we don't really want people attracted to pollution. Yeah, we do. He could be curvy. I don't think that's a good idea.
Bodacious.
No, we're not.
Big lips.
No, stop saying.
Big hips.
Stop it. We're not doing the sexy smoke monster thing. Oh yeah? Well, what if he's played by Tim Curry? Holy shit, that's gold. So the angle the writers decided to take in this movie is to make Hexxus kind of a slick, but still really evil kind of villain. Honestly, the best part of this character is the performance, which is done by the absolute legend, Tim Curry. Tim has played a variety of good villains, and he makes Hexxus a villain who's even worth talking about. I'll get more into it later, but the song Toxic Love shows just how smooth and cool Hexxus can be, but we also see a darker side of him later when he evolves into his final form. Hexxus is manipulative, and I really like how he operates from the shadows and like away from the human eye. His actions are also pretty sadistic, but he really enjoys what he does. Even though his motivation isn't really that interesting, everything about his character is. He's cool and smooth, but also just sick and twisted. The design is also really cool, and I enjoy how he deals in dark colors, opposite the bright ones we see in Ferngully. The contrast of his design to the fairies really shows how opposite the two sides are, and it makes for some great Hexxus moments. But that's for the next category.
I see the world.
While I do enjoy the performance and the design of the character, it's kind of a bit of a bummer that he's not really in the movie that much. It's such a waste to have one of the most interesting, if not the most interesting characters barely be in the movie. We could spend time with our villain, played by Tim Curry, but instead we have to spend the majority of the film with these two, like, super boring fairy people. I hate them. That being said, I really love when Hexxus is on screen, and almost all of his scenes are good, but by far his best scene is his song Toxic Love. Honestly, this scene is my favorite in the whole movie, and it's the only thing I ever revisit with this film. It's a cool introduction to the character, the animation and cuts are really good, and Tim Curry knocks it out of the park. It's such a strange thing that this scene is done so well, but others in the film are so just bland. I think this song was written and performed really well, but keep in mind we also get a song about This lizard who's like advancing on this kid for things I do not want to know about. Toxic Love is a great song, and if you haven't heard it, it's the only thing I'd actually recommend you check out.
To slice a path of doom with my sweet breath to guide it.
Hexxus is tough to judge because half the things about the character are really cool, and the other half are kind of disappointing. We don't get an interesting origin or motivation, but his character is really cool. I love his personality, and I love seeing him on screen, although he never really shows up that much. I'm gonna give Hexxus a 6.
Hit me one time. Hit me twice. Oh, ah.
Thanks so much for watching, and comment below who I should review next. I make villain reviews every single Monday, and next week's, let's just say, he's larger than life. See you next time.